Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now, where you get your Second Amendment news straightforward and to the point with no bullshit added in. Indiana schools are finally making moves to protect children in schools. They're arming teachers with guns kept in biometric safes. At least 7 school districts in Indiana are in the process of setting up secret armed response teams that train staff on the use of deadly force and allow teachers to access firearms locked up in biometric safes. The reality is, if you got someone that's entered your facility with the intent to do harm, or even kill, as heavy as it is, we want to make sure they're met with resistance. Randolph Central School Corporation Superintendent Roland Abraham said, Randolph Central is one of the school districts that approved plans this month to create armed response teams in 5 district school buildings. The move to train school staff on deadly force and active shooter training will at least have some of its costs covered by taxpayer dollars, a decision made by state lawmakers earlier this year. The superintendent said the training is necessary to secure lives. At least 28 states allow teachers to carry firearms in K through 12 schools. Indiana lawmakers gave districts the authority to allow teachers to carry firearms following the 2012 Sandy Hook school shooting. In the time that has passed, at least 4 Indiana school districts have already allowed teachers to carry or access firearms. They say a lack of police resources in schools helped to facilitate the decision. These response training programs were expanded earlier this year when Governor Eric Holcomb signed a state-funded firearm training for school staff into law. The state gave out nearly $102,000 for the training. In early September, Randolph Central's school board unanimously adopted a plan where teachers and staff may volunteer to join an armed response team to afford them access to loaded handguns. These handguns are to be stored in biometric safes, hidden strategically throughout the school buildings. The identity of staff members enrolled in the plan will be kept secret from parents and students. Team members are explicitly authorized to use deadly force to protect students, staff members, and others from what is reasonably believed to be an imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury due to violence, the policy states. It is unclear what other schools have received the grants and have chosen to adopt similar plans. According to the Indiana Department of Homeland Security, state law gives public agencies the right to keep school firearm training programs and other security measures confidential. The grant recipients must finish at least 40 hours of training, including instruction on tactical movement, while armed and gun drills for firing in high-stress environments. In Randolph Central, members of the armed response team must also score 90% or above in handgun accuracy. Police officers in the state are required to achieve 80%. The superintendent defended the policy by citing a U.S. Secret Service report that analyzed 41 targeted school attacks. The report found that not a single attack was ended by law enforcement responding to the scene from off campus. Meanwhile, 22% of the attacks were ended by school staff. Most of the time, the event is over before law enforcement is able to get there, according to the superintendent. So that's kind of a critical security gap. And we just want to make sure that we have a line of defense between our students and our staff and anyone who would want to do them harm. This is definitely a step in the right direction for these Indiana school districts. But for these teachers to decide to go through this training, to volunteer to put their lives on the line, to protect students and other teachers, they really need to be able to have these guns on their person. Because we all know when it comes to things like this, seconds matter. Let me know in the comment section down below if you agree with me that this is a step in the right direction, but the teachers need to have the firearms on their person. And as always, I appreciate everybody's support with the channel. You guys are always crushing it, liking, sharing, and subscribing, and hitting those post notifications. And I invite everybody back to see my next video.